Get your CGR shirts and glassware at ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is brought to you by Magnum Skywolf. CGR is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you. Doom. I actually have more to say about this game. It's just really fun to say Doom. Dum 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 dum. Doom. What more do I really need to say? Doom lives up to the game's name, Doom. One of the original old-school first-person shooters. I've been playing Doom since 1994. Used to stay up all night in my dorm room, blowing demons to bits with a shotgun because back then there was nothing else like it. Doom took Wolfenstein and amped it up to the next level. These days, first-person shooters are a dime a dozen, so Doom, the new Doom, had to do something to really stand out and live up to the game's name. And yes, it successfully manages to do that. Because Doom is a badass game on every level. Starting with the game's music and sound effects, I think they really had to go out of their way to make sure the game sounded even more intense than it plays. And they succeeded in their mission with room to spare. The soundtrack is amazing.
This last filter and Argent energy will no longer exist in this solar system.
Although apparently, the voice actor for Hayden is not Peter Cullen, who does Optimus Prime. Sounds just like him though. Actually, I do. I just cut a demon in half with a chainsaw, and it sounds great. Everything in this game sounds amazing. The mixing is spectacular. Good use of the subwoofer. All the weapons and sound effects are really cool. And of course, the soundtrack itself, the music, is totally Lando. While the game looks brand new, another thing the developers managed to do was make the new Doom play like the old Doom. It feels remarkably similar, and different than a lot of the newer first-person shooters. You enter a room, and you know you're just going to be surrounded on all sides by enemies trying to kill you. Hiding behind a barrel and shooting things in the head just won't work for you in Doom. You've got to keep moving in this game, and that's one reason I really like it. Doom is as good as a game like Wolfenstein: The New Order. The big difference between the two is that game succeeds more in level diversity. At some point, Doom always feels exactly the same, and that's the game's biggest weakness. When blood and fire become commonplace, you know the game needs to mix it up with something like unicorns and bubbles. Doom always looks good, and the level designs are really good too. More on that in a moment, but at some point later in the game, it's like you're fighting the exact same battle over and over and over again, except each time they keep adding new enemies. But Doom gives you the chance to go back and replay levels to explore and collect upgrades. And these upgrades are really nice. They make you extremely powerful by the end of the game, so bosses that gave you some trouble on level 3 are just a mild irritation by the end of the game. Yet it's always fun and extreme. Doom is just straight action the entire way through. It's not nearly as interesting as Doom 3. I really liked Doom 3 and the emphasis on storytelling. I like the way that whole game unfolded. The new Doom is just straight action, so it's good on a different level. It's just a different game. More like the original Doom. and it's a massive game for a modern first-person shooter. The campaign is huge, and the levels are even bigger than you expect. So go back and explore them again, increase the difficulty, there's tons of things to find. Doom has multiplayer, but if you're more into the single-player campaign like me, this game delivers. And I love that the game has health and armor. You can't just hide in a corner and regenerate. You're not Nathan Drake, you don't have that hair, and there's no overshield to be found. Just Doom. Lots of it. Doom. 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 If you're looking for anything more than Doom, you won't find it here. But you will find some pop vinyl figures, or at least off-brand knockoffs. Make sure to explore every corner of every level. There's hidden stuff all throughout this game, including rune challenges, which are a good way to increase your power. There's even levels from the original Doom. Oh yeah, don't forget glory kills. When the enemies start glowing orange, punch them. You get some extra goodies. And they're always super fun to watch. I'm not really into multiplayer, so I can't say I even tried that, but I have spent a lot of time going back and replaying Doom levels and just exploring. It's tons of fun, especially when you're super powerful and go back to the beginning of the game. And I'm breaking this review into 2 parts because I feel like it. Also, I've got a classic game room shout out and thank you going to Kelvin once again from Cuba, Missouri. Thank you, Kelvin, for sending Doom. 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 See you back here in part 2 for more Doom. What's that? You like Doom? Well then you'll love Doom. Do you like Doom? Then Doom. If you're going to buy the game anyway, buy it through ClassicGameRoom.com. Classic Game Room is supported by fans on Patreon. Thank you. Now prepare for the Lord Carnage Club, where I celebrate these backers on Patreon by shouting their name in a volcano! Derek Langley. Beer is the trick. Steven Chucknick. From New Jersey. Michael Fernandez. People not named Michael Fernandez aren't Michael Fernandez. Al Stiver. Woo! EDM! Jason from British Columbia. Philip Strabenmuller from Vienna, Austria. Cue the thunder. Jeff, Captain Dauntless, Briar. Cue the lava. I don't know what lava sounds like. It sounds like this. Jack Stavris from Australia. Ohad Kane. Master of Thunder! Chip Sankvale, fighter of space bees! Woo! Rick DeBarros gets the extra disco. Michael and Ariana Nelson! Fighters of the future! That's enough disco, because now it's time to shout, Busy Signal! That's right, and keep the volume loud and the party rocking for Sean Zoltek. Really? No. Sean Zoltek! Sergio Matthias Hergert! Tubular. Will.